Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer sporting questions from the chat. So this show is all about the audience. So get your questions in. Manchester City, unfortunately, on the verge of a 4-peat after winning away at Spurs, winning 2-0 away, but it wasn't comfortable for Manchester City. Arsenal fans everywhere pissed, but hey, they mad at the wrong people. For any Arsenal fans who are mad at Spurs for not winning that game, you should be mad at yourself. Beat Fulham, beat West Ham, and guess what? You lot win the league. But I'm sure we'll discuss all of that. I'm sure there'll be plenty of questions on that as well. So like I said, get your questions in. And if you are a member of the channel, people, your question takes priority like a super chat. So 2 surefire ways to make sure we get to your question. 1, if you're a member, I will star it and I will get to it. And of course, if you super chat, I'll get to it as well. But make sure you hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Run up the likes, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live. Big up to you, but hit that like button expeditiously. Please make sure you share this across all the socials as well. That's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV. That's me, Flawless, people, on Twitter and Instagram. Any other socials you're active on, though, make sure you share the link out, please. And, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. Man, I already mentioned it in the chat, 16 out of 10. You already know. 16 out of 10 T is available. And we're closing the shop tomorrow, people. So you've got 2 days. 2 days to get your 16 out of 10 T's. You get what I'm saying? Because I am looking 16 out of 10, as always. You know what I'm saying? As always. The gang's in the building. Fats is in the building. Jez is in the building. What are you, man, telling me?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. What you saying?
I'm blessed. Fire bucket hat. What you saying, no Fat? You good?
Shout out Vince Carter. It's over, man.
Oh, man saying it's over. I seen you post that meme. Yeah, it's done. The league title is done.
Just done, bro. Bro,
secondly, as well, I need that triple XL size, by the way.
I don't have triple XL. I only got extra large from. No triple XL. Yo, extra large will fit you. What are you talking about? Why are you trying to drown?
It won't. No, it
yes,
won't.
It will. Extra large. Trust me, it will. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is a medium and it's drowning me.
Bruv, I've got like a couple double XL, triple XL now my size, man.
Trust me, I'll tell you the size. You know what? After this or whenever, I'll tell you the size and then we'll pattern it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We'll pattern it. Don't worry about it. But big up to Dennis, big up Barrio, big up my guy Sheik, big up AK as well, says big up bros in the building. Joel says big up everyone. Yes, everybody make sure they wish Sheik a happy birthday, please. And make sure you go subscribe as well. Robert says, who will be on the show? Maybe Tony Stars or... Don't worry, man. Tony will be on Thursday. Tony, TJ, and Vader. So it will be a Manchester United, a Manchester City Arsenal show on Thursday night, people. Big up to my Don Eli, AJB. I see you as well. He says big up Flawless on the panel. Glad Spurs lost so my fan base could get that wonderful piece of humble pie. Their absolute disgrace, sucking off Spurs the way they did so they can hold that. And that's Eli as an Arsenal fan who's saying that. Crazy. Big up to Lee Slims. Good to see you in the chat. Certified as well. Like I said, man, big up everyone that's tapped in as well. Nephew in the cut as well. But get your questions in, people. Like I said, members in particular, get your questions in. But Jez, I'd like to start with you because I'm confused as to what I missed with Ange. Because I've seen you, man, like half posting it in the group chat. Someone can actually put his quotes in the comment section.
Yeah, because people put every quote that you can find that he said in the press conference, so I can make a full on opinion about it. Because obviously I was streaming myself. Actually, I was streaming on the Twitch, people. So I was playing I was playing Football Manager earlier today, and I was then playing like a samurai game that I'm currently playing. So obviously, big up to AJ, big up to Yabu, big up to the man that they were pulling through for a little bit today as well. But yeah, man, people put all the quotes in because I need to know exactly what was said. All the quotes, but from what the main quote that makes his line at the moment is I think he was talking about
because he said the mentality, but we can wait if you want because we can talk about the actual game and then we can wait until we get the comments.
I didn't watch the game, so it's kind of like I didn't watch the game. So it's
not about go on, Facts.
He said the foundation are really fragile. The last 48 hours have shown me that it's inside the club, outside the club.
Yeah, so pretty much he's implying that he saw obviously people obviously at the stadium as well, but he saw people celebrating the City goes in it.
That's crazy. So that in the stadium.
Stadium, yeah. And he saw obviously, and I think there's a video where he goes after a fan,
I did see that video. Yeah.
Going after a fan. I don't know exactly what happened there, but he was telling something. He was going after a fan and shit like that. So
yeah, because it says
it's
here,
one. Yeah,
Postecoglou, also asked Postecoglou whether what he's seen in the past 48 hours has wholly steeled him to change Spurs. I only know what I want to do. It's just I've got to make adjustments to how I do it. He goes on Postecoglou when pushed further on whether the fragility he's seen inside or outside the club. Outside, inside, everywhere. It's been an interesting exercise. It's just my observations, mate. I think there's more comments as well. Give me one second. He also said, and this is him on the subdued atmosphere inside the stadium. Did it affect the Spurs players tonight? He says, of course it does. It is what it is. I can't dictate what people do. They're allowed to express themselves, which I understand. I understand.
Exactly. Yeah. See, for me, that's what I say. Like, so obviously, there's kind of like this two-hole thing. People have been mad about it. That Arsenal fans who going after the same, like I've seen people trying to compare it to the Conte thing. This is not the same thing as the same thing as the Conte thing. This is not the same thing as the Conte thing, in my opinion, because Conte was going at that rant after Southampton for his own ego, rather than actually for the better of the club. And actually, for me, from what I'm getting is that he's just upset that people wanted us to lose the game, a game of football. But I think this is where he has to understand 99 of football fans, regardless of which situation it is, will happen. Whatever it happens in the Scotland League, Scottish League, Spanish League, Bundesliga, any scenario like this, it happens everywhere. Where if let's say Bayern Munich and another club is currently going on they're going for a title, and you see Dortmund fans maybe have implication to the title race. And there will be probably Dortmund fans who will want to lose the game, so Bayern don't win the league. So for me, this is where, as the manager, you have to understand that this is just unfortunately for what it is in the sport, in your sense. But in the same time, I can look at it from a perspective of him, the 48-hour of him talking about pretty much indirect that whole fans wanted to lose the game. In a sense, I can understand him because again, this club hasn't been successful in the last 15 years, and he wants to really install that mentality of I want to win every football match possible, even if that meant Arsenal win the league title. So it's kind of I'm in two minds of how I feel about it. Do I blame the fans for being angry about the quotes? Not necessarily, because it feels like it was indirect shows it. But in the same time, I can also understand what the manager meant by what he said. He actually wants generally something good for the club. And the funny part is, if you go actually on Twitter, Conte is trending and they're also posting all the Ange clip and they're comparing it to Conte. Guess the people who are posting the video, Arsenal fans. So I'm just ignoring it. Arsenal fans are just so pissed that we couldn't get the job done for them. Also, we're gonna get there. They're so pissed, so they want to try and find anything possible to slate. I've been in group chats. They're saying, Tottenham, what a shit club. I told you guys in the group chat literally all the time we're not going to win the game.
You did say this, yeah.
I told you guys, and you saw today. I told you guys all this. We will put our best performance out there versus Manchester City compared to all the other games.
You gave them a game. You gave them a game. You did. We
could have won the game. We could have won the game today as well. There were opportunities where we could have finished our better chances, but like I said, we're gonna give our best, but we're not gonna win. Why? Because City know what is on the line for them as well, and they're gonna get the job done. And people felt like I'm trying to say this because I don't want to see Arsenal win the title. Of course, I don't want to see Arsenal win the title.
Of course, yeah.
But in the same time, of course. But in the same time, I know my level. I know my levels with my team.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that we lost today. I'm not like we go on the weekend and probably beat Sheffield or get a draw to make sure we get Europa League. But yeah, the whole discourse, this whole discourse is it was just annoying for me personally because I wasn't even the whole mindset of I want us to lose the game because I knew we was gonna lose the game anyway.
Yeah.
So it's what it is to me personally. Once I'm getting a call, once it.
Yeah, no stress.
I would like to also add as well that even when this is the situation that I've never seen before. It's a unique situation that you got one side try to push for that Champions League spot, and you got another team that fighting for the title. So this is where it gets weird. Is that the way that pre-match to this game, even before, like, after Sunday's result, Tottenham fans knew what's going to happen for this game.
Yeah.
And what Ant's trying to do is that, all right, I'm fighting for my life as well, like, because we're still hanging there about after Aston Villa drew yesterday. I'm not going to let this slip. And you know what? I can understand Ant's frustration towards the fans is that you guys have lowered your mentality that you don't want to be in the Champions League football. But that's fine. But then at the same time, Ant's got to understand the situation that Tottenham fans are currently in right now as well. Like, these two are the bitter rivalries. Like, they're not far away from each other. Like, of course, that as a Tottenham fan, like, you don't want to see your close neighbors to win a league after 20 years didn't do anything. So
and that's where I'm at with it. Do I understand the frustration from Ange's perspective? Absolutely. Because his job is to do what's best for Tottenham Hotspur. My biggest takeaway from what he said was he said it was the fragility of the club from the inside and the outside. The outside I get, because that's fans, and I fully get fans. And Spurs fans. The only thing I disagree with Spurs fans going is, if you want the team to lose, don't go to the ground.
Yes, like, this is for me, that's crazy. For me, that's crazy.
That no sense. Like, let's say it was United are playing Liverpool at OT and Spurs are going for a title, like, for instance, with Liverpool. And I know if Manchester United are playing Spurs at OT, and if we beat Spurs, Liverpool win the league title, of course I want Manchester United to lose. Now, if I'm offered a ticket to go to that game, am I going to go? No, because I'm conflicted. And that's just that. So I get that. And especially being there at the ground, and you've got Spurs fans telling you to lose the game. You've got the place is subdued. Don't turn up. Vote with your feet. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I get it. But I would really love to know, and I hope they did ask him, but I don't think they did because there's no quotes, what he meant about the inside of the club. That's why.
Like, for me, this is where I can pop. Like, obviously, this is, again, assumption.
Yeah, you might know better than me.
It's just assumptions. At the end of the day, I can't prove it. But I think it's just what he's talking about, and all the other managers over the last 3 years talking about how there isn't this mindset of really wanting to push to be this club in it, like the wanting to be winning league titles, wanting to win Champions League on year-on-year basis. And I feel like a lot of managers throughout the past felt that way already as well. And we would know in the summer market, and if we
because he said the inside, so I would love to know what got said in the last 48 hours, because that's not fans.
Inside, this is owners, this is
it the owners,
players,
is it the staff, is it the players, is it the coaches? Something has happened, or multiple things have been said or happened that he's like, I don't like that, and I would love to know what it is. Outside to get fans fully makes sense.
Yeah, and this is where you can't.
In the crowd, man is saying fans in the crowd.
Can you put Warrior coming up as well? Like,
it makes no sense.
That comment as well, like, when he said, I just want to build a winning team. All right, I get where it's coming from, but at the same time, you've got to understand the history between the hatred of these two teams. That is where, like, it's a bit of 50-50 situation.
Yeah, he did his job, though. So to me, today, Ange did his job.
That's the type of manager.
That's why I'm not.
He didn't throw
that. And this is what I said to the build-up. Don't go out there and be bitches and try to lose the game on purpose or some shit. Yeah. These guys tried there today. So I actually respect them that they go out there, and which I expected anyway. But again, professionals do their job, which is being professionals. Surprise, surprise. But this is where it's just stupid that he had to mention the outside thing. If you would have said inside, cool. Then we don't know what exactly was said and all that. But the outside, when you say outside, it's like, if you say outside now, it's kind of like sending indirects to the fans. So it's kind of like, I feel like he kind of made himself enemies with that kind of thing. But like, it's weird because in the end of the day, we all knew what winning Arsenal meant for Arsenal, and he knows that Arsenal are the bitter rivals. He knows them, and this is where I say this is where he's wrong for. I think this is where he just either has to understand, or imagine him go. Imagine like you mentioned a scenario with Liverpool and Man United. Imagine Liverpool wasn't this scenario. Imagine he was a manager at Liverpool saying that I wanted to win the game even if it means Man United win the league title.
Yeah. I mean,
Liverpool fans won't kill him right now for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why. This is where I defend the Spurs fans and say they're not mad. I'm not saying that these Spurs fans are crazy for being mad at Ant for saying that, but I get Ant's intentions of what he was trying to say. He wants to really build the club around.
Yeah,
he wants to build it around, which is fine. Which I do get. What Conte was doing was just trying to protect. Conte was just trying to protect his own image.
He's doing his job, basically. Yeah.
He is. Let me get to these super chats. Big up C24. My done. He says, Flawless, what did I tell you? What can go wrong will go wrong. I read this in your voice as well when I initially seen the super chat.
We're going to go into that.
20 years and counting with AFC, not winning diddly shit. Balance was restored today. Big up. And he says, secondly, sorry about little bro outdoing your club success, by the way. And I did feel sick, like, as much as the Arsenal tears are hilarious, and I've not watched anybody in depth. Like, I'm not going to watch any videos yet. The watch along facts was there. Like, I'm not happy about City 4-peating, but it was like I've been saying all season long when people ask me, who do you rather win the title? It's a lose-lose. If Spurs would have beat City today, Arsenal win the league. I'm pissed. City win like they did, I'm still pissed regardless. The fact that they're the two options pisses me off, and it's sickening to me as a Manchester United fan. Obviously, you got a Chelsea fan and a Spurs fan here. They don't care about Manchester City's success, and rightfully so. I genuinely do. I'm not one of those Manchester United fans who don't care about City's success. I can't stand it. And well, I'm sure over the summer before the Euros, we'll get into the whole Farmers League conversation and what Pep's doing. And we gotta come together and stop this guy. I don't know what needs to be done, but we need to stop this because I think they're going 5-peat. I'm not gonna lie.
They could see. Did you guys see this guy when he scored? When Haaland got the penalty?
That's a possibility.
This is.
Nah, I didn't see him. What did he say? What was it?
But when he scored the penalty, he acted like bro. There's a picture where like he's like, it's like he celebrated like this was his first league title after Haaland scored the penalty, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro.
You know what that is? Again, probably from relief, that fam, because the chance, because just before Haaland missed the penalty, Son missed the 1-on-1. Like
there's one thing that I do have to say, man. Yeah, hey man, I don't think, honestly, me personally, I don't think Son meant to miss it because Arsenal will. Nah, I think he generally missed it, and I can't lie.
I don't think he tried to miss it. No,
I mean, need some conversations because, bro, 9 out of 10 times those dudes scores these chances, bro. But this is for another day. I'm just saying.
I'm going to say this once, and I can't believe I'm saying this. And I hate Tottenham with passion. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But what I saw today after that miss, I've seen some bare death threats going this on from Arsenal fans.
Oh, of course, yeah, Arsenal fans, yeah.
And we'll get to that because Arsenal fans blaming Spurs for their own faults, like there was no 7 games been played. It was crazy.
We going into that.
Big up to Lee Slims. Yeah, it says facts. Why did Ange sub Bentancur straight after that mistake? Did he feel he threw? What mistake was it, Slims? And no, I don't feel that Bentancur.
I think the goal. I think the goal that
a lot happened. The first goal, a lot happened during that period. It's not like like players are going to make mistakes. I could point out mistakes from every single Spurs player at some point. Like Spurs tried to win that game, and they gave City a game. Do not get it mistaken. They gave City a game. City, that was no easy victory for them. They did not roll over. And I didn't expect Spurs to roll over. I thought Spurs would get battered because City are a much better team, but City were not at it. But they still did enough, and Spurs missed their chances, which happens. There's no way Son's gone through on goal to me and has missed that on purpose. You don't chase down a Kanji in the first place.
Yes.
You don't chase down a Kanji. If you don't want to score and you don't want to win the game, you see a Kanji with the ball bouncing, you go and close him down, run past him to then miss. Makes no sense. You just sit off him. If that's the case, like, so anyone suggesting that it's nuts. And before we get into the whole Arsenal conversation, but he was playing really bad. He was a standout bad player, so that's probably why I took him off then, because he wasn't playing well. Like Spurs ain't been playing well for weeks.
Yes, and one thing, and he was pissed. But I saw the clip. He was pissed when he got subbed off, and he was kicking the chair and shit. And it might have been frustration. It's frustration. But Ange never makes early subs. He makes subs maybe in the 75th minute, 74th minute. So the fact that he subbed you off at the 55th minute, he didn't feel like you played good enough. He didn't feel like you were on it. So I don't think this was a thing that he tried to play him. And I think it wasn't Madison that made the hospital pass or something like to begin with. That's what I was told. So if that was the case, if that was the case, then he would have stopped off Madison. So nah, but I just think Bentancur just didn't play well enough. Like I said, it's a weird scenario. And you saw him. He made substitutions at the end as well. Like the manager was trying to win the game, and there's nothing wrong about it, in my opinion.
Yeah. So that's where we stand. And non-Arsenal fans trying to blame Spurs. Got 37 league games, 38 come Sunday. You know what I'm saying? 6:30 p.m. or whenever their game ends. They've had ample time. Beat West Ham, beat Fulham, and you win the league. Let's not do that. We ain't gonna play the blame game. Oh, Spurs should have scored. Yes. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is another one. Horrific Newcastle Chelsea side at that time. Newcastle's a tough game, so it's like, yeah, you kind of give that a blind. But Chelsea at that point, twice. Aston Villa's tough. But Aston Villa at home. Yeah, that one I do agree with.
I mean, the funny part is we beat Villa away 4-0.
Yeah, we beat Villa away too.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like, of course,
that's true.
But you can go and
they dropped 6 points to Villa. You dropped 6 points to Villa, 3 points to Fulham, 3 points to West Ham. Chelsea took 2 points out of you. That's where the issue lies. That's why you lost the league. Blame your players. Blame your manager. I told Arsenal fans this all season. You will not win the league because you're not good enough. Said this. You will not win the Champions League because you're not good enough. Said this to Liverpool too. I don't think I can call it a title race. You already know, Yan City. Love, if you're about, I don't know if you're away, I'll send you the link and congrats on another league. Yeah, like that's where it's at and what it is. Like what like the fact people thought they could win the league is still crazy to me. They're a very good side. Don't get mistaken. But very good sides to me don't win actually I can't say that. Very good sides rarely win the Premier League. And they're up against a great side. They're up against the dynasty at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're a dynasty at this point. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, as much as it pains me to admit it, you just have to respect it at this point. What is it? 5-7? No. 5-7? And it will be 6-8. Because unless someone does some drastic business, unless someone drastically improves and does pretty much perfect business in the window, they're going to 5-peat. I'm tired at that point. Even next season, I'm like, all right, someone got to stop these, man. That's where I'm at. Like, someone got to stop these, man. Like, I'm tired. Like, legit. I'm sick of these, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Arsenal tears do help. But before we continue, let's run up the likes because over 50 people in there. We're at 40 likes, people. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's get up to 50 likes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget your 16 out of 10 teas available. Link is in the pinned comment. And that being said, you may be an Arsenal fan, people. And you may be feeling devastated and sad because it's been 20 years since you've won the Premier League. You've never won a European trophy. But at least you didn't say this dumb shit.
By the way, can I just say, the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
I big up the panel. It could be worse, man. You could have said that. Like I'm saying, you may never seen your team win a European trophy. You might not have seen your team win a trophy in 10 years, maybe 11 years, maybe 12 years, maybe 20 years since your team has won a major trophy. However, you didn't say that dumb shit. That's going to live on, and merch and the whole nines, and hoodies is going to come, and beanies and snapbacks and bucket hats and socks. The whole nine. I might even try pattern some boxes. I'm not going to lie. Shout out, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have one European trophy, just not a champs. Yeah, it's the Cup Winners' Cup, right, Eli? The Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, nephew,
you will live this 16 out of 10 for longer, I think.
Oh, yeah, forever. To the grave. You know what I'm saying? You better play that video at my funeral. Without doubt. Look at the way this guy's shit moves out. What camera did you get? Yo, what gal hooked you up with that? Because I know you didn't do that himself. This guy got the cold tell. Yes, Ed. This is Swan City are in the United 90s United era, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just legit what it is. Like, hey, fuck you, nephew. How about that? What did I do? Shut up. And again, any Arsenal fans, and I'm sure I've seen it all over socials, and I get it from an emotional standpoint, like within the game being mad and after being mad. But beyond that, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Oh, welcome you. I'm saying, for the fucking this woman's 4P. Yes, Jan, what are you saying?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on, Talk to us, man? I'm not sure if you watched the game, but thoughts and
yeah, no, I was trying to watch the first half on my phone, and the internet was just shit. So every time, when you like, there's like a through ball and someone's running onto it, it would stop, and then the next was that it's missed. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! So
next time you should have shouted me. I would have patterned you with a link, but never mind.
Yeah, do you know what? I was out, and then I went to like an English pub to watch the second half, and there was like City and Spurs fans in the pub, and the Spurs fans were like obviously supporting Spurs. And I was saying to my auntie, I was like, all the Spurs fans I know back home, they don't want their team to win because, and I've had this discussion in like Spaces. And it's like, obviously we knew, and we were saying on previous streams, like the players are going to be professional. They're going to turn up. They're going to try and win. The manager's going to want to win. That always happens. And that is what happened. I thought Spurs actually played quite well. And on another day, maybe they win that game. Do you know what I mean? But I think as inevitable as Spurs are against us, Man City in a title running are also inevitable. So I think they both went against each other and City ended up coming out on top. But it could have gone another way. Another day, they score that 1-on-1. They score another chance and, it's 2-0 to Spurs. So I don't think I don't think anyone can turn around and say they rolled over or anything like that. They played well. They didn't do enough to win, in my opinion. But they still played well. But it's like, the thing is, the players, and I've been saying this, the players, as much as some of them are in tune with the fans and they know what the fans want, and obviously, like, there's players like Phil Foden, who is a Man City fan and a player. There are people that are both. But in general, they don't deal with the shit. They're not going to work on Monday with a bunch of Arsenal fans. Like, they're not. They're going to Spurs surrounded by their own players. So it's a completely different atmosphere. They might get fans online trolling them, but really and truly, the players don't deal with it the same way as the fans. If Spurs, because knowing Spurs, even if they'd won today, Villa would have won their last game and they wouldn't have got top four anyway. That's just like how it is for them. So imagine they win today, they're celebrating, and then Villa go and beat Palace, or even draw, because Villa didn't even need to win. They just needed to draw. And then, because of the goal difference being so high, that would have been a case of they're gutted twice, and then they have to deal with Arsenal fans all summer, So to me, like, when people say, because somebody asked me this morning, like, if it was Man United in that situation, would you want to lose? I mean, it depends, because I think City have a genuine chance of winning the Champions League if we get in, whereas I don't think Spurs do. And it's not me being harsh. It's just the reality is that level of competition is going to be either Real Madrid, a Bayern Munich, or a Man City at the moment. That's just, and then you might get the odd Chelsea win here and there, or, you know what I mean? There's other teams that can compete. But realistically, I don't see Tottenham going to the Champions League and winning it. So it's like, people are saying, oh, they missed out on Europe. It'll affect who they sign, which you could argue it does. But then teams like Man United get players in, even though they're not in Europe. So it's doable without. And also the money. Spurs have money. Like, they don't spend it. They have it there.
I do want to say quickly as well. Ironically, the roster that we have right now was all signed with players that they didn't sign in Champions League. So
that's what
the players. The players.
Like, ironically, the guys that we signed with all Champions League are the Emersons, the Brian Gills and shit. This is why the guys that we signed with Champions League.
Wait, did you sign Emerson Royale and Brian Gill with Champions League?
Yes, bro.
That's crazy.
We bought the bums. We buying the good players when we're not in the Champions League, but we buying the shit guys when we're in the Champions League. Bro, make it make sense.
I said Brian Gill and Emerson Royale.
As well, a lot of these players, they come in for, like, if you're joining a team like Spurs or Newcastle, at the moment, you're kind of joining a project anyway. So you're not necessarily expecting to be in the Champions League yet, but if you join and they do well, then you will. Because I don't think Spurs are like miles off the top four either. Like, they will probably get top four next season. So I think if you weigh it up as a fan, a lot of people say, oh, if you're a true fan, you'd never want your team to lose. As much as I agree with that, there is a bigger picture. And sometimes the bigger picture, it benefits you more as a person if you lose. So You know, it's been times when I was a kid, and if we had to lose a game to stop Man United from winning the league, and it wasn't going to affect us in the league that much, then, you know
what's crazy? I think you lot gave us our first league title. I think. I'm going to have to double check that and do the history.
What, the first ever?
Not like the first one in the Premier League era. There's an early one in the 90s. Yeah. There's an early one. I think you lot beat somebody. I'm going to have to double check. Hey, to someone in the chat.
I know we stopped two teams from being invincible.
Like you have.
Arsenal really owe us for that. Because Arsenal fans would chat shit about City till the cows come home. But if it wasn't for us, their invincible thing wouldn't be a thing, because that Chelsea season, it was only City that stopped them. And the Liverpool season, it was only City that stopped them. And you could argue that both of them seasons, I'm not sure about the Chelsea one, but I think both of them seasons, they got more points than Arsenal. So they would have been invincible with more points than that Arsenal team. So you would be talking about which invincibles is better. Is it Liverpool? Is it Chelsea? Or is it Arsenal? I think Liverpool's, they only lost that one game all season. And then the rest of I think it was the league they won. But
what year was this?
Oh, no, actually, no. Because
what year was this?
I'm not I feel like it was the league. I think it's the year they won the Champions League. I think it's 19, because the year they won the league, they lost to Wolves, didn't they? I think they lost to someone like that. Yeah, so it must be 19. It's when they got 98 points. I think they only lost one all season, and that was the City game. I might be wrong. It's either...
Yeah, that 98 points, yeah, that's the one.
I think it's that season. They only lost one game, and that was to City. And that Chelsea, I don't know if it was the Chelsea season where you only conceded 15 goals. It might have been that one.
05.
Was that the one where Anelka scored?
Nope.
I beat you. That was a different season. I don't remember. I just know that Chelsea would have been invincible had it not been for that. I think it was a penalty, Anelka penalty.
We lost to you guys on penalties, by the way.
Yeah, it was 1-0. 1-0 City.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would have been... So we've stopped people from taking over that Arsenal invincible thing anyway. So yeah, City always have records like that. Even when we were really bad, we had crazy records. I think there's a record, something like we scored the most amount of goals and then got relegated, something daft like that. Crazy stats anyway.
I'm glad you've everyone that's tapped in, but yeah, I think there's an early season. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, Jordan says Villa lost at home to give us the 92-93. I swear there's an early season.
Yeah, it was 18-19. Yeah.
19,
I'm talking about the United one, but like
no.
Oh, what you lot are talking about? Oh,
is it the 1990 the World Cup season?
Nah, it was early 90s. I swear City beat someone and it helped United win the league. Look at this guy's Cambria. Wait. Who set you up? Like, what's going on, man?
No one. I just bought it myself. Like.
So you just bought a random... Did you know it did all that? Or did you just buy it?
I did not know. Honestly, I just bought a random camera. It's just like...
And it's just following you around. And it's just following you around the room. So you just... that damn lucky. You just
let me see.
Hey, Fats, wait. Can you see? Jan, look at Fats. Fats, get up and walk away and see what happens.
If I do this... If I step back, the camera gonna zoom in on me.
This guy got all types of tricks. Stand up and move out, and it will zoom out.
Let me
walk away. You better do it now.
Oh, it's not doing it.
It's not even doing it. Yeah,
oh my god, it is! Oh my god, that's so clever.
I'm like, what? Y'all sorted him out with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
No one.
Sit back down, Fats. Watch when he sits back down.
Happens when you're rich and you buy a webcam.
Yeah, Fats. Hey, Fats, sit back down. Watch what happens, Jan. Watch this. When he sits back down. Check this. This shit is crazy.
Oh, that's sick. That's actually
that is crazy. And we got to welcome another special guest to the show, man. Like Months in the building. Yes, family. What are you saying?
Big up, man.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah. Do your thing, fam. It's all good. But Jan, how's it feel to 4-peat? Because you are one of the most pessimistic.
I never get ahead of myself. It's not done yet, but I would expect us to win at home.
All right, so let's say hypothetically, you 4-peat. How do you think you will feel?
Oh my god, do you know what? Like, it's crazy because I've seen so many people online like, oh, it doesn't mean anything to these City fans. Like, one, how can you tell me what it means to me? And two, what the fuck? Like, it's just the weirdest shit. Like, I don't know what level of copium you have to be at to be saying stuff like that, but it's crazy to me because it's like I didn't expect to see my team win anything, and now we're doing this crazy shit. And this team, like, it's hard because I'm like a bit pessimistic just in general, but that's because of the way I was brought up with City, because City were kind of tragic for 20 years of my life. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them things. But I think this team, just when you think they can't do, they just get better and better. So, I mean, they deserve everything they get. Like, people are talking about Arsenal. Oh, Arsenal have been the best this season. You could argue, yeah, but at the end of the day, whoever finishes top of the league deserves it. And we have won the same amount of games as Arsenal, and we have lost less games than Arsenal. So
I didn't know that.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we've both won 27. They've lost 5 and we've lost 3. And then we've drawn 7 and they've drawn 5 or something like that. So it's like, it technically if you look at like the table, then so far we've had the better season. Obviously we could end up, people aren't even thinking about it. We could draw our last game and not win the league. Do you know what I mean? If they win theirs, that would be unfair on City based on what they've been saying. Do you know what I mean? Because we've lost less games, but that's just how the league is. Do you know what I mean? You can't expect to draw your last game and hope to win. Like City, the good thing about City is we know what we have to do. It's not a case of, oh, you can afford to draw. No, because if we draw, they'll win on goal difference. So we have to.
You're going to beat West Ham. West Ham are woeful.
We have to win. Yeah. But the good thing is you only need to win 1-0 now. Whereas if we'd have drawn against Spurs, we would have had to win like 7-0 and hope they don't win 5-0, So it would have been a lot worse had we have drawn. I think if we'd have drawn today, it would be over. And it's not because I'm being pessimistic. It's just because
that's fair. I agree.
Go into a game needing to win 5, 6, 7-0. It's never as easy as it seems. You know what I mean? We could probably beat West Ham 7-0 in a game. But when the pressure's on and you absolutely have to win 7-0, you're never going to win 7-0. It's just the way it goes. Do you know what I mean?
And also the crazy thing is that I never thought that City this might be not the best of their season, but I never thought that they would get like 91 points this season as well.
No, City didn't look good for quite a lot of the season, to be honest. We haven't been playing our best. What a lot of people fail to realise as well is Arsenal have been very consistent this season, but they've also had a consistent team this season. Like, people forget that Erling Haaland had how many months out? De Bruyne wasn't even... He played his first game in August and his second game in February. That's a big gap. And De Bruyne is one of our best players. I think this season, Rodri, Foden, and Akanji have been our best 3, just based off how they played. But De Bruyne, if he was fit for any more of it, would be in there, So it's just, I think to do what we're doing after a treble is crazy. Because I honestly didn't expect us to win the league this year. I thought...
Well, you expected what? Who do you think was going to win it? Arsenal?
I don't know. I just thought Liverpool might win it because it's Klopp's last season. I did actually expect them to win it. And then after, obviously, Liverpool they were the same as City. They were kind of up and down. They weren't brilliant this season all the way through. So then, obviously, I thought Arsenal might win it because Arsenal were, playing well. They were playing the best in the league for quite a lot of the season. I'm not going to dispute them over that. However, I think with City, if you give them a chance, they'll take it. And I think I was arguing with someone before because they were trying to tell me that the game at the Etihad is not why they lost the league. And I'm saying, I don't think it's why you lost the league, but in that game, you had an opportunity to go to the Etihad and win because City weren't playing well. We haven't beaten... It's crazy if we win this league, because Spurs are the only team in the top 6 outside of Man United. But like the current top... Well, obviously we
ain't top 6.
But yeah, the top 6 this season, we beat Villa, but that was the other day, and we beat Spurs, which is obviously today. We haven't actually been beating the big teams
around you.
We haven't beaten Arsenal. We haven't beaten Liverpool this season. There's quite a lot of the big games we haven't done. I should say, but Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That was not the big six, top six.
Shut up, Chess.
Oh yeah, Chelsea.
I'm just telling you the fact.
Chelsea.
But that was you were mentioning top six. That's what.
No. I just meant like the original,
wallahi,
the
fam.
big six.
Oh,
I should say the big
That's
six. not
wallahi. Wallahi, Chess.
I'm just saying what she said. I'm just trying to say. But yo, can I share a picture? Can I share my screen real quick?
Of course.
Because obviously talking about this whole thing about Tottenham, this and that. I'm gonna show you. Hey, to all the Arsenal fans, look away.
Let's see this.
What, that's on miss?
What's this?
No, look away.
That's it. Zoom in, fam, if you can.
Let me zoom in, man.
Yeah.
Actually, let me.
Yeah, no stress.
That's
why you lost. That's why Arsenal lost the league.
Hey, everyone in the chat, like, I love Ake. Ake is another one.
Hey, this ain't the City League thing. Like, we'll get to that. If you want to stream with that, cool. I'll leave you and Vega to it. We're not doing this. I'm done this 3 years in a row. No again. No, but love for you, Anne. But yeah, no.
But people, right here, back-to-back weeks where they lost to Fulham and West Ham. West Ham at the own crown as well.
Yeah, West Ham at the crib.
At the crib, bro. At the crib, bro. And you want to play Tottenham for the loss? Get out of here, bro.
Those two, I think it's Villa as well. But I look at those two. They're too easy. They're too easier fixtures than Villa at home because Villa are a better side than those two. Much better.
That December
period. That's what I'm saying. Hey, this is my point. Is trying to say like, and no Arsenal fans trying to find every covenant to blame Arsenal Tottenham. Like this is the thing. And Ange needs to leave Tottenham because the fans have no ambition. What do you mean fucking ambition? It was the other way around. Actually, there's literally a clip of AFTV. Let me actually screen share that as well. I don't think it's gonna get copyright if I show a clip from AFTV, right? Like an old one.
Nah, we good.
Is it the one about the?
Okay.
It shouldn't be. It's
the Europa League one. Let me share that.
You shouldn't do me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Don Robbie. I don't know him, but hopefully,
Don Robbie, man. Don't do us dirty, man. Don't do us dirty.
He won't.
Hopefully.
Let me share the screen, man. Everybody, if you can watch this in a second.
Yeah, Ed, man. No more City prop. I'm tired, man. My head.
So here.
Listen.
Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it?
Back out, man.
Yeah.
Go on. So original tweets. The original tweet says the attitude Spurs fans have towards the City game is an example of why they will never be a big club, willing to sacrifice their own progress and chance of competing next season just to stop us winning the title. That's not how big clubs behave, and I think Postecoglou knows that. All right, man.
That's right.
Let's go.
This right. You can only choose one.
Yeah. I know what you're going to ask me.
Arsenal win the Europa League. Tottenham win the Europa League. So Tottenham win the Champions League, or Arsenal lose the Europa League, Tottenham lose the Champions League. You can only choose one.
Arsenal lose the Europa League.
I
agree with that.
There's not.
I agree with that.
Arsenal win. You can choose only one of these. Yeah.
Arsenal I think there's two more clips out there.
The Europa League, and Tottenham win the Champions League, or Arsenal lose the Europa League. And Tottenham lose the Champions League. You can only choose one of those two scenarios.
Lose.
All right.
So we're all donning our hypothetical Liverpool shirts and like all
we're gonna go into it.
Salah and Mane and the like. Hold on. I've been asking everyone this question today. You can choose one. Yeah. Right? Arsenal win the Europa League. Robbie. Tottenham win the Champions League.
Absolutely.
Or choice number 2.
Listen, I can answer.
Arsenal
I can answer easily.
Lose the Europa League and Tottenham win.
My answer is not the right answer. Lose.
I'm not in the Champions League, or we lose.
I be Claude,
man.
That's an impossible question.
Which would you can only choose one.
I love my football club, but lose both, mate. I'm sorry.
Love Claude,
so I repeat Claude every single time.
Shout out Claude, man.
But this is what I'm trying to talk about. So we are all of a sudden a small club now, all of a sudden, because we didn't want to see Arsenal win the league title. But then there's clips.
I don't know how people do this. I don't know.
No. I'm just
get to the super chat.
And so people are mad at us and trying to call us a small club and all these type of things here because we didn't want to see our rivals win the league title. Cool. But then you guys are the same guys who said you rather want to lose the Europa League so you don't see Spurs win the Champions League. And don't get it twisted. I'm not blaming you guys because if that was me, I would probably feel the same way. But don't try to be all of a sudden hypocritical about these type of things and start talking about how Tottenham's obviously a small club. You guys are a small club in the sport. If you guys think about Tottenham win a trophy, that means you can lose the trophy. This is crazy to me.
You know what?
And this is why I say Arsenal fans
Before
are
you go,
funny.
Jan, let me get to this. Before you go, Mugs, let me get to this. Let me just get to this quick. Big up to Lee Slims every time he says that's the disingenuous point. Why can't we blame any of a loss or draw because it fits your agenda to bash Arsenal? One, I don't even know if it's aimed at me, but I'll just address it. There's no agenda to bash Arsenal, number one. Number two, the reason why I point out West Ham and Fulham, because I believe they are the worst teams you drop points to. I don't believe West Ham or Fulham are better than Villa. I don't think they're better. Who else did they drop points to? Was it just them?
There was Villa, West Ham, Fulham.
They drop points to
Newcastle.
Newcastle. I don't think they're better than Manchester City. I don't think they're better than Newcastle. I don't think they're better than Aston Villa. So that's why I look at those two. That's why I look at those two games. Losing to Villa away and at home, it's disappointing, but at least Villa are a good team.
It's not the worst of the worst.
Yeah, Newcastle is a tough place to go. You lost there. It's like, but if you beat Fulham away and you beat West Ham at home, Arsenal would have won the league. That's how I'm looking at it. That's just me personally, though. But people may look at it.
Not me.
Well, because a lot of
we know what you're on. Yeah, you're going to talk about
No. Listen, hey.
I know you. I know your moves, fam.
Listen, I've waited a long time. Bro, I waited a long time for today. First of all,
let him land.
First of all, everyone, it's good to be in a nice space today. Yannicka, it's obviously good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing great. Hope you're well. I have a few questions to ask. I didn't want to write them down. I wanted to keep them up in the old noggin. So none of you guys have seen the grapevine of how the Arsenal fans are reacting today. But a lot of them are kind of doing this whole, do you know what? We made progress. We challenged last year. We got it to the last day this year. We're probably going to do the same thing next year. Yeah? That's a lot of the stuff that I've been hearing from Arsenal fans. Now, here's the question that a lot of Arsenal fans probably don't want to mention. But I'm going to say it anyway. Why is it that when Arsenal fans bash Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, the only metric they judge Tottenham on is winning trophies? Yeah? But when it comes to measuring Arsenal's progress, or when it comes to judging Arsenal Football Club, every metric they judge themselves on is everything but trophies. Why is that?
Because I think it's taking responsibility.
Honestly, I think it's just a lot. Again, if you go and look up Arsenal fan, and I'm going to apply and get it. I'm going to try to get it put in the actual dictionary. The definition of an Arsenal fan is to seek validation and to avoid expectation. That is my thing. That's my thing when it comes to Arsenal fans, because again, you hate Tottenham. All you do is measure them by trophies. But when it comes to yourselves, we're not, as a Liverpool fan, as a United fan, as a Chelsea fan, as a City fan, we're not allowed to measure Arsenal on trophies. They say we made progress. But when Poch was making progress, it didn't matter. When Poch lost in the Champions League final and made progress and come second and come third, it didn't matter because it didn't get over the line. Now that Arsenal aren't getting over the line, it's, we made friends along the way, And when people like myself tried to tell Arsenal fans, I said, listen, you see that game at the Etihad? Now, you see that game at the Etihad? I'm not saying that is solely why you lost the league. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that Arsenal Football Club, you proclaimed to be the best team in the league at the time. Jan said that about 15 minutes ago. They were playing the best football. They were in the best form. City were without De Bruyne, without Haaland. I think Haaland came back. He might have been fit for the game. They had no Stones. They had no Walker. They had no Edison. But the amount of guys that were missing, the amount of people that were missing for that game is it's criminal. Yeah. So going into that game, Arsenal fans were saying, this is gonna be the time where we're gonna beat City. We're gonna go there and do this. We're in form. This is the best opportunity for them to go to the Etihad and go and get 3 points. But then instead, you go to the Etihad and to play a wounded Man City, only to walk away with 29% possession. Barely any shots on target. You don't do what you say you was going to do and put it on them. And then you try and change the narrative and glorify it into a defensive masterclass. And then act like the underdog and use Manchester City's record at Etihad to caveat that. Even though we all know that was a weak and vulnerable Man City side that had barely been getting through games like Bournemouth away. So, again, you can't say you're going to do something, and then when you don't do it, spin the narrative into something positive. It's called toxic positivity. It's not a good trait. It's like surrounding yourself with a bunch of yes men. People don't know how to tell you no. Now, I'm a Liverpool fan. I can tell you that this season for me is a failure. My expectations was third in the trophy, and I actually got that. But guess what? I found myself top, favourites to win the Europa League. We won the Carabao Cup, and we were at least top 2 of City to win the FA Cup. So to only walk away with a Carabao Cup amongst being in the situation I was in, it's a failure, but not on the metric that what we at the start of the season is actually what we expected in hindsight. But again, if I go to the club and I don't expect anything to happen at the club, but then when I'm in the club, I find myself surrounded by 10 bad bitches, and I don't go home with a single one. Then I'm gonna be disappointed.
You're gonna be disappointed.
Even though I went to the club with no like, you know, I'm trying to deal with the guys. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing worse than fumbling an accidental bag. Nothing worse than fumbling an accidental bag.
This is what I'm saying. So again, Arsenal fans seek validation of expectation. They're saying they're gonna do things, and then when they don't do it, you're flipping it and saying, oh my God, we're going to take the positive. We're going to draw blood from a stone and we're going to find the positives and say it was a defensive masterclass. And I said to you guys, I said to the Arsenal fans, listen, I'm not going to say the 0-0 was a bad result. But what I would say is, in the context of where Man City were and how wounded they were, I'm surprised Arteta did not go for the win in the position you were in. Because the worst thing you could do is lose to City, and you would have lost the league anyway, in my opinion. Secondly, you are not challenging for top 4 anymore. You are in the title race. So the ramifications of winning against a fellow horse in the 3-horse race, again, a lot to gain, but also a lot to lose. What you guys aren't understanding is when you race with Man City, like Liverpool have, it is likely to go to the last day. That is what Man City do. If Man City are within 5 points of you, they will make sure it gets to the last day. So we will look back on certain results and certain ways, the way you've looked at games. And I said, if Arsenal find a way to drop points between now and the end of the season, which is likely because no one's perfect.
You know what, to clarify, you did say this, and just hold that thought, because Arsenal fans, if you thought it couldn't get any worse, it will. So you carry on, months. But welcome Kaneki into the show. Well, go on.
And this is what I'm trying to say, that again, look, they're even Arsenal fans saying now that I'm waffling. Stop saying I'm waffling and listen to someone who has lost multiple title races to these guys. Yeah, if you have a chance to go and beat Man City when they are wounded, fucking take it.
And he said this actually.
Don't turn up with 29, bro. Don't turn up with 29% possession and call it a defensive masterclass. At your fucking age. At your age. It's not at your age.
Hey, don't forget, they call it best out of position performance of all time, bro. God,
they're the best out of possession team in Europe. I remember that.
You niggas was parking the bus. You niggas were parking the bus.
Months. You need to understand. Unlike when you guys were doing it with Arsenal, remember they have field tilt on their side. Don't forget about this, yeah. They have field tilt. The most expected runs in behind. They had rib and dib and flib and skib, yeah. And it means a lot more. Remember, unlike you guys that were trying to win the league, these men were trying to fry a bigger fish. Month is different.
But this is my point. This is my point when I say that, like Arsenal, they say they're going to do things, and when they don't do it, they spin the narrative. Remember when they said they were going to beat Bayern Munich? No.
No.
You guys remember that one?
We've known for
Bayern.
It was pray for Bayern. Yeah, it was pray for Bayern.
It was pray for Bayern. It was pray for Bayern. It was, they had no fans. They had no fans at the Emirates.
No way fans to be more precise. No way.
And then on top of that, they had Eric Dyer in the heart of their back line.
No, correct yourself. That was Rio Dyer. Get yourself right, yeah. That was Eric Ferdinand, yeah. Man of the match. This man pocketed that Munich Mitrovic that they had up top, yeah. Don't forget this, yeah. Saka thoughts, yeah, struggling to get past the brick wall that is Eric Dyer, man. Yeah, Eric Beckenbauer. Put respect on his name. Yeah, you need to understand.
In our banter era, we beat Arsenal.
Yeah, you need to understand, Monts. We've seen these Arsenal for 20 years. These men lie as they breathe. Every time they're breathing, they're lying. That's what Arsenal has always been. They will always be this. Arsenal will forever be this. They're the gal that cheat, tell you they will never cheat, and then cheat again. That's what these men are. They're liars.
I think the narrative is worse than that. I think they'll cheat. Yeah,
CP, I got
they'll get caught cheating and say, "Well, it wasn't. At least it wasn't missionary. I didn't look him in his eyes."
You know,
that's what
you know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Flawless, you're lying,
you know,
bro. Flawless.
She didn't enjoy it. You know.
You know what I'm saying? Flawless, you're laughing because you know it's true, bro. I remember when I said, Flawless, remember when I was talking about United a few seasons ago?
Yeah, I remember the bar.
And you remember the bar that I ran in it?
Yeah,
like, it's like, listen, Liverpool, we've been laughed at for being the nearly men for like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Arsenal are now the nearly men, and all of a sudden they want to glorify it. It's just
they're the nearly men that won't ever get there.
And the worst thing is,
you did.
Do you know what's funny about my club? When we came second with 97 points, we went and won the Champions League. When we got 93 points, we went and done the cup double.
CP, give me a second.
Even this season when we bottled it, at least you got a Carabao Cup. We've always left with something. Every time go in a title race, they leave with nothing. So again, we've both been bridesmaids, but Arsenal were like, missionary because I'm pretty. That's
you know what it is with Arsenal fans though, right? They will laugh the loudest at everybody, but when it's time to look at them, we're not allowed to speak on it. Last season, we couldn't call it a bottle job. It's not a bottle job. But when it was Liverpool, it was a bottle job. When
They're overprotecting themselves. That's the problem as well. When it comes to other people, they always kind of have to find the scapegoat. When it comes to themselves, they're always overprotecting things. That's the issue.
They always have excuses as to why they fail.
Yeah, but it's like this. You remember in class when your teacher would come up and say, "Yo, you got 57%," and the kids would start laughing. But then she says that's the highest on the test. That's Arsenal. Yeah. When Liverpool was out here with the 97% and almost won the league, they were laughing. Arsenal ain't hitting 90 points.
Yeah.
They'd never do that. Months. You need to understand, you're trying to rationalize people that can't be rationed with. Listen to yourself. You're trying to make sensical arguments with Arsenal. That's what you're trying to debate with here. Months. Your almost is different than theirs. They were never going to win this. Remember, it was an Aston Villa error. Unai Emery was the reason. Subbing off Coutinho, you lost that league. These mans were never going to win this league. You want to win the league. Yeah, you want to win it. You were on top of the league for what, 94% of the year and lost?
Yeah, that's crazy. That is
but they'll tell you they made progress.
Made progress. I can tell you this right now.
Come on. Technically, they did. They improved from 2 points from last season already. No.
Jazz.
But that's my thing. The antidote is what Arsenal fans' antidote is just what makes me laugh. I'm always intrigued to see how are you guys going to mask up this one? Like, how are you guys going to rationalize?
Look, you want to know how? Let me tell you how. Because I've said this on this channel. What I'm waiting for now is for Arsenal to sign a new dog. Yeah. And now they have two names for this dog. Now, they have one called Wins. They can either get a golden retriever and call it trophies so they can lift something at the end of the season, or they can get another black Labrador and call it nothing, which represents their season. So you can have wins with trophies or wins with nothing. That's what I need to see. So Arsenal got to choose now. Would you want a dog called Trophy so you can lift something by the end of the season? Because the only thing your players are going to lift is their hands on the final day for a corner.
Mazo.
So that's what I want to know.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Before we carry on, don't worry, man. I'll get to the super chats. I'm going to get to the members' questions as well. There's over 100 people in here. Everybody here for the Arsenal cooking. I didn't expect this. Run up the likes. They even lost the league technically yet. Hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you subscribe.
You think David Moyes and Kurt and Zuma is going to
I agree with you. No. Kaneki, I fully agree with you. It's just the fact that even though, like, technically it's over, mathematically it's not over, and people. So imagine what it's like when it's actually mathematically over. Let me get to a couple things though. Wait, hold up. Yeah, before you go, give me 1 second and that. Give me 1 second. Big up Lee Slims for the super chat. He says, big up Money Months. Yeah, you don't know, man. Shout out Money Months. I see you all the time on that William Hill advert. How many times did you nearly, after your bedroom, after week 33? So he's basically, how did you punch holes in the walls? You've also won 1 in 5. You really did it for Klopp. I'll let you respond to that.
Yeah, bro, I've been fighting air particles on many times. Like, at the end of the day, it's not good enough and it's underwhelming. But I have the accountability to say that Klopp's done a great job. But could he have won more? Absolutely. Should he have won more? Absolutely also. But again, I'm just tired of Arsenal fans trying to stop forcing comparisons. Oh yeah, if Arteta wins this one, the same legacy as Klopp. Stop forcing comparisons. Stop comparing Rodri to Rice. You know what I'm saying? Stop comparing Rice to Rodri. Stop comparing a Saliba to Van Dijk. Stop these fucking comparisons. These other guys are winners. They are winners. Odegaard ain't won nothing.
He's won the heart of the fans, Mons. You can't.
They're not winners, bro. Like, these men will, I promise you, they will downplay getting over the line until they actually get over the line. It's so, again, I know when my club fails, but they'll call it progress. It's toxic positivity. Progress over.
And let me get to this before you go. He says, how can losing the Europa make a team that in the Champions League loses? Hypothetical. So it's an answer that can be said but not meant. He meant it because you're talking hypothetically. We talk hypotheticals in football all of the time. So when Robbie's asking all of the AFTV regulars at that point that question, we know what he means by that. Obviously, it's not literal, but it can be asked. Okay, would you, if you win this game, if it means your rivals win this game, would you? Like, it's how far, and everyone's different in returns of fandom. We've seen that today in regards to there's Spurs fans out there who would have wanted Spurs to win, despite what else was going on. There's Spurs fans who would have wanted Spurs fans to lose. And neither to me is either right or wrong. It depends on rivals. Everybody has rivalry different. Yeah, go on.
It wasn't hypothetical. It actually happened. We battered them 4-1.
But what Lee? I hear what you're saying. But what Lee's gonna say is though it has no bearing because it doesn't.
No, I know.
That's what he's gonna say.
We battered them in a European final. Troops was crying on camera. The following week, they forgot it ever happened because Spurs lost the Champions League final in 30 seconds.
And this is what I'm trying to.
This is what Arsenal fans do. They will laugh at everyone else, but when the same thing happens to them, we can never speak on it. Last season, people were telling us that we cannot say it's a bottle job. The word bottle is too harsh. But when it was Poch at Spurs, who were never top of the league, Spurs bottled the league.
You know what it is, bro?
Hold on.
Go on.
Carry on. When it's Liverpool, Klopp is a flop. He bottled the league. When it's everyone else, they're bottle jobs. Ten Hag, he bottled the Ollie bottled the Europa League final. Never mind, they got battered in one. When it's everyone else, we can all, Arsenal will laugh the loudest. They will laugh the loudest. But when it's Arsenal, we always have to use the context and Man City have this, or we have to look at the process and how we got there. No. You're a big club. And you make all these wide claims of how amazing your players are and how amazing your manager is. When you fail, we will hold you to that same standard.
This is what Mons alluded to earlier as well about changing the
narrative. Arsenal fans were trying to, match their club crest with the Spurs club crest, and they were buying tickets to go to the game to cheer Spurs fans on. Could you imagine if Chelsea fans did that? The way we get killed by Arsenal.
Killed for that, yes. Everybody gets killed for that. Everybody
gets killed there anyway, Prime.
If you guys went to Everton and were cheering Everton on to beat City to win the league. Imagine how Arsenal fans, especially, would kill you. But because it's Arsenal, we can't speak on it. We can't say anything. Oh, you guys don't get the context. How are you celebrating Man City winning the league?
Do you know what it is as well, though, Prime? I think, like, because I've noticed it a lot this season. Like, the way I am, like, I'm not an overconfident, like, City fan. Like, I would just say it how it is. Every game, there's a chance you can win it and there's a chance you can lose it. Obviously, Man City are better than most teams we come up against, so I would expect us to win. But it's not won until you've actually finished, till it's full time. Like, even this game against West Ham, as much as I think we're at home, we should win, we have made it difficult in the past to win these last game of the season games. So I'm not expecting like a 5-0 or anything like that. I think we'll win, but I don't expect it to be like we blow them away. Do you know what I mean? As long as we win, I don't care, to be honest. But yeah, we like to make it difficult. But I think with Arsenal fans,
you'll beat them like
season,
4-0 or something, 4-1.
It is. Arsenal fans this season, they have been like, I've been in spaces with Arsenal fans where they're telling me they're coming to the Etihad, they're gonna beat us 5-0. They've been saying like a lot. So I'm not gonna rise to any of it, because as long as City was still, I've said all season, as long as City are still in with a chance of winning, it's possible. Like I've always said, until it's mathematically impossible for City to win it, then I would never think, the title race is, the title's over.
Jan, it's that hope that kills them a lot though sometimes.
Yeah.
That is where like it's always the hope. It's always the hopium that sometimes do kill them, some of the Arsenal fans.
But the thing is, I just said all season, why don't you just wait and see what happens? Why?
Jan, it's Arsenal.
Already. Do you know what I mean?
Jan, it's Arsenal. What you need to understand is this. I watch these men chat with them chests. They're going to come to Old Trafford and batter us. In the season, they finished 8th. Yeah? I watch these men talk about what they're going to do to Liverpool and then finished 8th again. Then I watch these men say with the same chest what they're going to do to Chelsea and then finish 6th. I've seen these men run their mouth and get punished by it. What you need to understand, Jan, is this. The football gods don't like ugly. They don't. I want to know who's the ugliest of all? Arsenal. They're the ugliest of all. These men chat like they win and they don't. They chat like they're big and they ain't. It's Arsenal.
I want people to realize that foreign fans do not like Arsenal fans.
Prime. That's something I had to say. That's something I had to get through to Saeed's head, because he's like about Manchester City. I'm like, Saeed, let me tell you this. Growing up watching Real Madrid and Manchester United, whenever I watch Manchester United, I never knew who City was. I found out who Manchester City was when they signed Robinho. That was what, 2011, 2010, 2011. That's when that was when Manchester City came into my my mental. That's when I found out there's another team in Manchester. In my 26 years of being alive, I've met roughly 11 Manchester City fans. That's in Jamaica and in America. I've met 11 Manchester City fans. I can't hate Manchester City. I can't hate what I've never seen. I don't like Leeds because not only have I seen them, I've read about them. I don't like Leeds. My hate isn't as strong as Flawless, but I don't like Leeds. I can't stand Arsenal because all my life they've been a mosquito in my ears. I'm sitting on my throne and all I hear in my ears is I hate them. They're annoying.
This is why I said it depends where you live, because it's like with the Man United Arsenal game. The Man United fans who live in London, they don't want Arsenal to win the league, because if Arsenal win the league, it's around them.
I don't like Liverpool as well.
I'm not talking.
Yeah, but the Mancunian Man United fans feel the opposite way. They don't want City to four-peat.
I'm not talking about a Manchester thing. Forget about Manchester.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking.
No one in the world wants Arsenal to win. 98% of this planet doesn't want Arsenal to win. 98% of this world's population would be at peace with Arsenal staying in the hole that they're in. Arsenal don't deserve to win anything. Yeah?
But that's
98% of this planet agrees with me.
To be fair, I wouldn't have minded if they won because I didn't.
No. Steve, you're doing too much.
Let's see PMs. Let's see PMs. Yeah, go on, CP. Floor's yours, fam.
I have 3 people in my friend group from college that we used to watch games every EPL games on the weekends that are all Arsenal fans. The first time I met a Man City fan was the Chelsea Man City final, and it was one kid, Indian kid, who used to live in Abu Dhabi. Okay, I have not met a City fan since. I didn't meet a City fan before.
Oh, Yannick is on.
They're not. Well, okay. Now it's 2. Thank you. This is my first time meeting her, but I've seen her before at Shameless. But anyways, besides that point, I don't know that many City fans. Okay, internationally, Arsenal fans, United fans, but especially Arsenal fans. Hell no, dude. Hell no. And half these people aren't even from the Invincible generation. These people, the best they saw was Nasri and Van Persie. That's the funny part. They got into Arsenal during the Nasri Van Persie Fabregas season. Not even when they were invincible. And
but a lot of their fans, a lot of the new fans are young, too young.
Even Arsenal's invincible.
It's not even that, Jan. It's not even that. They just want to seek some validation. That's it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I
crazy.
think it's like you say, it depends because I live in London at the moment, so obviously I don't see many United fans. I don't see many City fans. It's mainly Arsenal. It's the London.
I'm a foreign fan. Yeah, I'm a foreign fan. I didn't grow up in England. We hate Arsenal fans.
But it's like Spurs fans today. The Spurs fans in America, a lot of them, they want their team to win. There's a guy that lives in
Texas,
in Italy, and he was saying he wanted Spurs to win, but he's different.
Oh, you're talking about Jacko.
He's not. He's not going to go to work on Monday and have Arsenal fans in his. He's not. He's just seeing it from a I support Spurs point of view. I grew up in Manchester where Man United were winning absolutely fucking everything, and school was hell. There was a video, there was a picture today, and there's a group of City fans. There's 15 of them in the picture, and they've got.
That's a lot.
And if you remember the if you remember when City were younger, 1999, 2000, they used to have EDOS as our sponsor, right? And United fans used to say 11 idiots dreaming of success. That's what they used to say. So when I was in school, that's what people were saying. And they posted, that's what's on the flag. And all these fans are like, oh my God, there's 15 people in the picture because they don't get it. And it's as a City fan, I've had arguments with people that live outside of England that don't get why City fans hate Man United so much. And it's when you've grown up and every day, that's all you're hearing. You're not gonna like these fans. You're not gonna like these teams. There were City fans last season that were saying they would take an FA Cup win over a Champions League win because they hate Man United that much. That to me is crazy. I love City more than I hate United, and I would obviously want us to win the best.
I think you've missed my point.
Yeah.
I'm talking about foreign fans that don't support a Premier League club.
Oh.
So fans who support Benfica or Corinthians or Real Madrid or Galatasaray.
Oh yeah, they still don't.
They
like Arsenal.
all hate Arsenal fans. That is my point. No one wants to That's my point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's also about that insecurity when it comes to Arsenal fans because they're very insecure of things. Oh, Bukayo Saka is a world class there, but Foden is apparently ahead of
forget about Bukayo Saka. Let's talk about the real conversations on how.
Let's go, Jasmine. You can always bring it back to the bullshit. That's why I got
no.
Let's go.
There we go. It's crazy to me, bro. It's let's talk about the real conversation. Let's talk about how your season and my season is technically the same thing. I'm successful, bro. I remember the days, man, when we were out there competing in quotation marks and being in the Champions League week in, week out, man. And they were saying, you are just out there you just there to make friends, be in the Champions League just to get your ass whooped. Well, Arsenal stuck in the Champions League, got their ass whooped by Bayern Munich. This is probably the worst Bayern Munich This is a Bayern Munich they went trophyless.
It is the worst. It is the worst. Don't say it one off. This is the worst.
Bayern Munich that went trophyless, you know. Crazy.
Bro, they lost to a Bayern Munich they went trophyless. They went to a Bayern Munich they went trophyless, yeah. And bro, and we won. Like I said, my season and their season is the exact same thing.
To be
but
fair,
you know
that's
what?
Harry Kane's fault, man. He's allergic to trophies, unfortunately.
And the crazy thing is they're using all the things that they're saying about Arteta. I could have told you the same shit about 4 years ago with Pochettino. But nah, Arteta is different. He has tactical know-how. Well, where was the tactical know-how versus Fulham?
It was his tactic. Jez, you're losing the vision. It was always Arteta's plan to lose to Fulham and then lose to Aston Villa and then take it to the last day. You know those mental gymnastics that they did with Arsene Wenger, saying that he planned this and planned that to plan this, to leapfrog that.
Bro,
that's Arsenal. That's what they do.
Remember the AFTV video when they celebrated the show at the end at the Etihad? Like, yes, come on, Arsenal, we done it.
Yeah, I remember that.
What the fuck you celebrating the show for when the league is not even sighting your hands for? And oh man, bro. Sunday we unloading the whole shit. No Diddy. Because we got the ammo, we got the army.
That's a lie.
I got the AK ready. We got the bazookas ready, bro.
Yo, you're not gonna just skip over that still, just we're not gonna allow you to just skip over.
I said no Diddy. I said no Diddy. We keep it stepping. But all I'm saying is here, hey, welcome to the new Luigi's of the Premier League, man. Arsenal Football Club.
Man called them Luigi's. Are they Luigi's?
Well, to be fair, they were always Luigi. It's just that Liverpool just took it from him for a while.
He took it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Arsenal took it back, you know?
Liverpool was... Shout out my Don Lewis in the chat as well, man. Shout out Lewis every single time.
You need to understand. What a lot of you don't understand when I say, because all of you are questioning my hatred for Arsenal. Fam, I don't like you guys. I've never liked you. From 2002 to now, I don't like you, man. You man are annoying. You're that one stain on a white shirt that just can't that just never gets out. No matter how much you bleach it, that stain is always there. That's Arsenal to me. I don't like you, man.
For me,
I hate seeing you. I hate seeing your badge. I hate hearing your fans. I hate seeing you play. Everything about you disgusts me, fam.
Yeah, facts. I've been hating him since about 97. You know what I'm saying? So this is strong hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like you.
Every year.
So Jan, I'm gonna assume she's a City fan, correct? Jan's a City fan.
Yeah. City fan. Yeah.
I don't care how much you win. And I'm going to say it from me. I don't care how much you guys win.
Same here as a Chelsea fan. I agree.
Because to everyone else in the world, you guys winning doesn't really mean anything. You might are winning a 4-peat and no one really talks about it. You won a treble last year and no one talks about it. So you guys winning is normal. It's just normal. I'm like, City won, yeah, okay. You need to understand, I hate Arsenal with every single fiber of my being. I want to make sure that on the day of my death, Arsenal remain trophyless. If I live for 50 years, Arsenal need to be trophyless for 50 years, yeah? These men don't deserve happiness. These men should suffer. You need to understand, Jan, I have a boss that is a Cowboys fan and an Arsenal fan. So he's double insufferable.
Let's go.
All right.
How do you work?
Yeah. You need to understand. Yeah, you need to understand, Jan. Listening to Arsenal fans, as much as you have to listen to, you need to understand to this with Arsenal. Why I'm repping this so much is this: in your childhood, Man United ruined it, and now in your adulthood, Manchester City is ruining it. I want you, man, to hear the name Manchester and feel fear. Yeah, none of us like humans. Humans don't deserve to win anything. Hatred all over, yeah? I don't like humans. Humans don't deserve to win. Seeing Chuck's depressed face brought joy to my day that was already joyful. Seeing Erling Haaland score. You man don't deserve happiness. I don't care what anyone wants to tell me about Man United. I know where I stand. My team's trash. Yes, but your team's been trash and you don't want to admit that it's trash. You think I give a shit about your backline with your clean sheets? What did you win? You scored all these goals. What did you win? Your midfield is this. What did you win? Yeah? You have the same amount of trophies this season. Yeah? As Maguire. You've won nothing.
We have run the same amount. Like Sheik says, this Arsenal hate stream is hitting like Kendrick dropping not like us. Facts. Arteta rate 1-0. Why is he still around?
Exactly.
Ask questions, man.
You're not like us. You're not like us.
Exactly. And for anyone questioning me about that.
This manager to stay at Arsenal.
Oh yeah, I've said I want Arteta to stay. Yeah. I've said I want Arteta to stay Arsenal.
And for everybody that's questioning me, you're celebrating losing. Yes, I'm celebrating losing. How dare you try to leave the losers' lounge, you idiots? Where are you going? Take your seat. It's over there. It's still warm, big man. Right next to the fire. Sit with the rest of us. You ain't leaving. The only one in this losing lounge is Liverpool and City. These mans are good. You sit down. Don't leave. Where you going? The pillow's there. The coffee's coming out. Where are you mans going? You sit down with the rest of us. How dare you try and leave this table? You frauds. Trash. Telling me about Saka and Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you know what Ronaldo did at Manchester United during his time? Man going up against Ashley Cole and you dudes out here limping against Diego Dalot. Yeah? Don't you ever put your trash against actual players that played against actual world class out here, coming out here with your Munich Mitrovic, the best signing. What did he do? 12 goals.
Kaneki, this season, I've seen Saka being compared to Ronaldo, Figo, Bale,
Gareth Bale,
Robert.
Fam, you need to understand. I watch these men trying to tell me that Jogo Finito is going to be the difference maker in their team, yeah? Yeah?
You mean the Brazilian Mudryk? You mean the Brazilian Mudryk? Because you're the same.
Yeah, these man out here spent 100 million on a bag of rice, and what did he lead them to? When we spent 90-something million on that French guy, we won a European title with him. This man spent $100 million on a bag of rice, and what did he do? Park sideways.
They call him jollof rice. Take that back name. Take that name back.
You have jollof rice and Saka sauce. All you need now is a couple more side dishes, and your team is an exact Nando's meal deal. You idiots.
That he's not no rice and peas, no jollof rice. This is the 50p Tesco rice right there. The 50p Tesco.
You need to understand. You might have David De Gea in goal. Yeah, freaking David De Gea in your Benny Blanco at right back. This man's a centre back and trying to convince the whole world he's a right back. You can't run, big man. Where are you going?
We ain't bypassing that David De
Gea. Speaking of Ben White, thank you for saying this, Kaneki. Speaking of Ben White, the summer you guys signed Rafael Varane, Arsenal signed Ben White. Now that Varane's leaving on a free, I'm seeing Arsenal fans say, we won the Ben White Varane debate.
They want a Ben White. What? Okay, listen to me. As I said before, I'm not going to argue with Arsenal fans. I don't want them to bring me down to their level and beat me with experience. Yeah, I can't speak Arsenal. Yeah, I'm going to have to lose a lot of brain cells to speak Arsenal. Yeah. So let me just not do that. But what you need to understand is, I watch you man sign a war veteran at left back and try and tell me that you signed a bunch of City rejects and that you're going to challenge. You know how hilarious it is to see Pep Guardiola teach Arteta how to coach and then beat him at everything? Do you know how hilarious that is? Pep gave you a job. What it is that Eminem said? He gave you a career just to destroy it. It's hilarious to see it all the while.
Right, crazy. Right, back in one sec, you man, one sec.
Yeah? Carry on. You need to understand this, man. This suffering that they're going through right now, I love it. And I love hearing the excuses now. You know, at least we did this. At least we did that. You know? At least we challenged. At least you did what, big man? You choked. You didn't challenge. What are you guys talking about? You challenged, you choked. You choked. That's what you did. Coming out here about you challenged. What did you challenge? You challenged yourself. You weren't a challenge to Manchester City. City never took you serious. No one took you serious. You took yourself serious.
Fulham. They could not beat Fulham twice.
Yeah? You lost to Willian. Let's not forget, you lost to Willian and Andres Pereira. You man literally went on a pitch. You guys went on a pitch and lost to Iwobi.
Sorry, can I add to this? You know the funny thing. So last year we were told, right? Ha ha ha. You know where we got knocked off in the Champions League? The same quarterfinals these frauds did. Okay, these frauds at second and first place, making fun of us on our worst season statistically in the Premier League at 12th, were the same place in the Champions League they got knocked out. We did. Okay, these man trying to have deities as their players with Mohammed and Jesus. Next signing is going to be Buddha coming in this summer because they're trying to win that Premier League that desperately after 20 years. That's how desperate these men are.
And by the way, you lost to a future UEFA Champions League semi-finalist, and Arsenal lost this year to a future 2 Bundesliga champion in 3 years.
They lost to a trophyless Bayern Munich. You know, that is crazy.
And the funny thing is, every time we enter Europa League, we win. These frauds, we beat them in a final, and then used to lose to Sporting Lisbon.
These man lost to Olympiacos.
And they were first in
Don't
the league
forget
for
that
95% during that year. Yeah,
these man got knocked out the Europa League by a 47-year-old Valbuena. Don't even get me started on that. Yeah.
Man getting knocked out by Olympians, man. What are we doing here? And then the Arsenal fans complain. Arsenal fans complain like, why do you talk about us? It's because you guys talk about yourselves and hype yourselves after doing nothing for 20 years.
Yeah,
that's the problem. You guys bring it out of us because you guys hype your players and yourselves up so much that we have to be like, you're overdoing it because you haven't won anything. Let's hype you down. Bale comparisons. Bale was cooking the best right back at the time in Maicon at this age with what Saka's doing, and you're giving Bale comparisons.
Arsenal played home
for Saka.
away.
What are we doing?
Bayern Munich, and Eric Dyer was the best centre back on the pitch.
Yes, fam, you need to understand this. What was it that Oli did? We finished third and we got knocked out of the Champions League to Barcelona in the semi-finals, in the quarterfinals, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, quarterfinal.
So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did the same shit as Arteta, and he got sacked. Are we seeing something here? He went to a Europa League final and lost and got sacked. He went to. So what is it that these guys are talking about? Every time I hear Arsenal is that you guys focus on us too much. I'm like, no, you man chat too much. I know that mud shit's on your face now. You're running around chatting shit and then felling shit. You're now upset at us laughing at you, falling in shit. Like, big man, like get that to get. I can't get it. You were singing.
Go on, Prime. What are you going to say? Go on, Prime.
Usually when you're a child and you make a mistake, you get corrected and you learn not to do the same thing again. When it comes to Arsenal fans, they will talk big, they'll backfire, we will laugh, and they'll do the same thing next season.
And they're narcissists.
Prime. Why do you think I was selling Kool-Aid all for the past few months? You know what I'm saying? And I get to do the same shit over again next season because they'll probably be around the situation and they'll drink the same Kool-Aid.
We need new flavors.
And remember, these men were doing these men were doing Real Madrid comparisons. These guys were doing Real Madrid squad comparisons. They were saying that Toni Kroos.
Why did you bring that? Why did you bring that up? No, I had to.
I had to remind you, Kaneki, my brother.
I'm trying to save the smoke for Sunday. I'm trying to save the smoke for Sunday, but you're just
we have enough smoke. No, we have Kaneki. We have enough smoke. We have enough smoke for a lifetime. Let's keep going, man. I'm here for this. The Chelsea fan. I will die on this one. I will keep talking until I can't talk no more. Arsenal fans.
First, let me answer somebody in the chat. To Brap Sports JA, my side is in a Champions League final, dog. As these guys know, Real Madrid is my OG team, dog. My side my side just won its 36th league title, and I'm in a Champions League to win my 15th. What are you guys doing? But bar listing another dog. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
They also won 5-0 today in a completely meaningless game for the sake of it.
Fam, isn't it funny? I was more focused on Arsenal downfall than I was watching Real Madrid's game today.
Kaneki, we all know about Igal and the Real Madrid combined 11.
Don't bring up that guy's name. Speak of him like Voldemort, he who should not be named, dog.
What you don't know is he's done something even worse. He compared this, and I have the video to prove it. He compared this Arsenal team to Pep Guardiola's Barcelona team. I have.
He knows what he's doing, man. Shout out Igal, man.
Igal likes clicks. Igal likes clicks.
We talk about Kool-Aid. Yeah, some people choose.
Yeah, man.
Some people sniff the line. Igal, he produces it.
Yeah, man. He's a Gal engagement, man. That's what he is.
He believes it.
No, I was like, he's the producer. He's a producer of the Kool-Aid.
I wonder what the new word will be. The new phrase will be next year.
I can tell you what it is. So we had process. We had bigger fish to fry. We have now we're in it's phase. So now they're going to use the Manchester United word now. Yeah, where they're going to start using the word transition. Yeah, that's going to be the word next season. They're going to transition into a league winning. They're going to identify themselves as league winners next season now. They won't be league winners, but they're going to identify as one. You know, with the next transition.
Kanaki, they're you know what their thing is this year? Oh, we're competing with Klopp. Klopp's leaving next year. We're competing with Pep only next year. That's going to be their thing. Because that's what Igal said. That's what Igal said on multiple shows. Whoa. Hold on. Multiple Arsenal fans are like, Klopp's leaving next year. And I'm like, who cares? You finished above them like how many times? How many times have Arsenal finished over Liverpool the past few years?
About 7 times, roughly. I don't know.
No. Like maybe once.
Yeah, last season
and then this season. So I can't remember. Obviously,
so not 7 times for tour. So
what in the history or
yes, that's wrong. No, I'm saying recent times.
Oh, like recent times. Okay. Recent times.
10 years. How many times have Arsenal finished over Liverpool? Not really that often.
When Ollie was,
why does it matter if Klopp leaves? If Klopp
when Ollie finished second and third, it was a terrible thing. But Arsenal do it.
Sorry about that.
That's good.
It's cool. Go on, Monts. Go on, get to it. I know you got more to say before I close out. Go on, Monts. Floor's yours.
Yo, I'm gonna go to the playbook. So big up you guys here.
I have more to say, but I can always think of something on the spot.
I thought you was good.
I found I've got some stats. I've got some stats. People want to hear.
Yo, close. I'm gonna go to the playbook. Yeah, you guys can find me there.
You guys like stats? I like stats.
Yeah.
Man, we love stats around here.
Get to the stats later. Any NBA fans in here? We're live on the playback right now as well, people. New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers, Game 5 is going on the playback. Jazz is heading over there. He's literally just joined. I got it on the other laptop. If you want a VIP pass, let me know, and you can watch along with the game. Same with, of course, I got you NBA League pass. You already know, people. But go on, Monts. Floor's yours.
So Arsenal Football Club, fucking pagans. Here's a little something where, again, I feel like their arrogance is unmatched and they don't sit at a table that they think they can actually sit on. I scored a gal earlier on Never a Foul, so you guys make sure you want to catch that if you want to see some real cooking. But Arsenal FC, 20 years, about to be 21 without a league title. 2 years without a Carabao Cup. 0 UCLs in the history of their
137 years, but about to be 138.
0 Europa Leagues, 0 Super Cup, and 0 Club World Cups in 138 years of establishment. Listen, these guys, and this is a word to United that is big him up. He goes, this fan base have the audacity of Real Madrid, when really they should have the persona of Blackburn.
No, that's a disrespect to Blackburn, because Blackburn at least mean something when they try. These men have the lip of Real Madrid when in reality they're Schalke. They're Schalke.
Yes, Schalke.
That's what they are.
I was about to say Schalke. Yes.
That's what these men are. These men are literally.
Schalke won a UEFA Cup.
And Monts, I have a question for you, because I saw your Never the Foul thing stream earlier. So you know how you talked about how Klopp won 9 trophies in 9 years, right? I'm assuming when you guys won your first Champions League, you were thinking, oh, we're going to win way more Champions Leagues than Premier Leagues. But you said, they fell short of what the expectation was, correct?
Yeah.
Right? And the funny thing is, Arsenal with the guys like, dude, wait for the next 5 years. Man, we're going to continue challenging these guys for the next 5 years. I'm like, okay, cool. But what are you going to win? Because even you said during your successful period, you're going to have the same thought process as the gal. But these men continue to not learn anything. Because you literally go through the same experience in terms of when you won things, the time period when of success for 5 to 6 years and versing Pep Guardiola, and these men don't learn anything. I still don't understand.
No, let me tell you something with these guys, what they don't really understand, which is what Arsenal doesn't get. Do they forget that the moment they get a good team, people start to raid them?
Yeah.
Like Prime and Months, correct me if I'm a prick. When they went invincible, right? Did teams not come? Did they not lose Thierry Henry? Did they not end up losing Patrick Vieira? Did they not end up losing Perez? Yeah? Every time they have a good team, Ashley Cole, every time you guys build a new team, people take your team and leave the dross there. Like, you need to understand that I came to your team and took your best player twice. I took Berbatov and I took Alexis Sanchez. And I left you with Danny Welbeck and Mkhitaryan.
Don't forget
you guys
Van
need to
Persie.
understand.
Don't forget Van
no, that's what I
Persie.
said.
Nasri, Clichy.
Scudettos. Mkhitaryan's actually winning Scudettos though. Like
and that's the point. Alexis Sanchez has won more league titles than Arsenal in the last 20 years.
Mkhitaryan's gone to a UCL final actually, more recently than Arsenal have. So
yeah, you need to understand this. These Arsenal fans need to sit back, and understand that you are a stain in English football. You're not royalty. You're a stain. You're just there. No one likes seeing you. On our perfect, clean wall, where you have Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea, there's just this ink blob right there that refuses to go away no matter how much time you paint over it in Arsenal. You man don't belong in these conversations, fam. You do nothing. You've been nothing. You won a dusted Invincible trophy, and in that same season, you lost to Chelsea. You lost to McManaman and what's that guy's name? Is it Heckingbottom, the striker? What's his name that knocked them out of the UCL?
What year was this?
Yeah, Paul Heckingbottom.
Paul Heckingbottom, yeah? Jesus. You man got knocked out by a cracked Chelsea team. You're invincibles, yeah? That's what your invincibles do. Lose to a clapped Chelsea team. You man are dusted, fam.
Shout out to Wayne Bridge.
And Kaneki, you know the funny thing is, in the 100+ years of world football, the Invincibles in different leagues has happened 17 times, but the trebles only happened 7 times. So these man flexing Invincible while Xavi Alonso is going to do Invincible with 3 trophies.
These mans can go on and talk about their spray-painted freaking trophy. I don't give a shit about it. Because your greatest team in England ain't the greatest team in the world. Because you man ain't done shit. No one gives a shit about you mans. Valencia has been to more Champions League finals than you. Dortmund has been to more Champions League finals than you, big man. Yeah? Real Madrid has been to more Champions League finals in 5 years than you have in 138. No one cares about you, mans.
Here's something people don't talk about. That Invincible season, quote unquote, Arsenal lost more games that season in non-competitions than Man United did that season. No thanks.
No, we can't. You don't speak facts, Prime. Arsenal fans don't like facts. Stop speaking facts.
That Invincible era.
This guy says I got an evil laugh, you know.
Also, that Invincible era.
What do you mean? You're the one. You're the worst one. I can't lie. Yes, you. You're the worst.
That Invincible era. That Invincible era. No one talks about how that Invincible era got dominated in Europe.
Yeah.
Arsenal's record in Europe. No one speaks about how they got dominated in Europe.
No, they can keep talking, fam.
They get knocked out by us at their own backyard.
That's the point. That's what I just brought up. You want to tell me about your greatest team? Shut the fuck up, my guy. Yeah? When ranked against the strongest teams in the league, you man ain't in the top 5. Liverpool's 97-point season would destroy your team.
Kaneki, you know the season we only conceded 16 points? We only lost 1 game, which was to City.
Don't
and we had
bring up
93
that.
points.
I hate Chelsea.
And we had
You need to understand that season is the reason why I hate Chelsea. I hate you, man, for that freaking Cavallero. I don't like you, man, either. Don't get on me, CP. I hate you guys as well. The thing is that I just hate Arsenal more. My problem with you guys is that you actually came, took me off my throne and laughed at me. You need to understand. You man, I'm on smoke for you guys as well. Don't start with me. I just hate Arsenal more.
You know what? I respect that still. And what you'll also need to respect is the greatness of this channel. Make sure you go subscribe to Big Six Bants as well. Link is in the title, people. So click the link, opens up a new tab. Make sure you subscribe to Strasbourg Steve's channel as well. I'm going to add that, but link's already underneath in the description. Get your final few questions in. Still over 100 people in here. Let's run up the likes because we are nowhere near enough. Because we're only at, I know it's already know it's not enough. We're at 71. So let's get us up to 100 likes. Like check 1212 and hit the subscribe button on the channel as well. NBA playoff game is going on right now. The Knicks versus the Pacers game 5. Jez is over there. I'll be heading over there shortly. And we will be doing straight after that the Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves game 5. With both series tied up at 2 apiece, people. We really don't stop here at Sarcasm City TV. You already know. But yeah, let's see
Arsenal who do stop when they go
Yeah,
on,
but right now, months. What I can at least say now is that at least these losers now at least know what this feels like. At least you're that when you guys lost the league with by 1 point. When I lost the league to that Aguero goal, at least now they understand what it means to have it just it's right there, but you just can't reach it.
Yeah.
At least know they have that experience.
I don't even like to compare too much, like the times that we've just missed out on the Prem. I just ask for self-awareness from the Arsenal fans because when it came,
that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, obviously, I know they're never gonna have self-awareness, but it's like how, you know, I've had Arsenal fans telling me how that some of them, not all of them, but some of them didn't think Firmino was that good. But then when he's like doing the false 9 thing, it was like the newest thing. The newest thing. It's like when João Cancelo was defensively bad for Man City at times, it was a laughing stock. But when Zinchenko does it, it was now really good in his first season. It's like simply how, you know, Liverpool just missed out with 97 points. It's a bottle job, bottle job in 2011 with you guys with the Aguero moment. And then of course, or 2012, sorry. And then of course, when it's them, it's not a bottle job, it's progress.
No.
Said earlier, it's progress for them, but a bottle job for everyone else.
Yeah.
So.
And what's sickening is to hear these mans and the excuse. It's don't you want to save football? I mean, we're saving football with you mans not winning shit. Football don't need to hear you guys' voices. Yeah? The world is a better place with quiet Arsenal fans. You need to understand this. You man in that hole.
It's a better space with our Arsenal fans with no major success. We don't need titles and
we don't need you mans talking. A world where you guys have won no major honors is a peaceful world as we're seeing right now.
Kaneki, there's no such thing as a quiet Arsenal fan. I remember when they bought Lucas Torreira, they dared to compare him to Kante, who won back-to-back league titles. They said Kante is the Black Torreira.
Fam, I watch these guys compared. She said no to Pogba.
Right, fam. That 09 seat, that 08-09 season.
Let's call him number 5.
I had a thought actually.
Can you repeat that?
No,
I'm just gonna say number 5. I'm just gonna say number 5. You know.
Thank you.
I had a thought actually.
Number 5.
That 09 season when Man United did a 3-peat, like what was the points that Liverpool was leading at one point? Like when they smashed it 4-1, was it like 6-point gap or was it like?
Yeah, no, I can't remember. That's not we won the league. I can't remember what the gap was at that point.
Wasn't it 8? I don't think it was 6. I think it was more than that.
You might know better than me. I just remember us winning.
It was 8, wasn't it? And then suddenly, like Liverpool drew against Arsenal.
Which one?
The
151.
The Rio Village one. Genuine conversation I want to have. Saliba Gabriel, is that a better partnership than Alderweireld and Vertonghen?
From Johnny Evans and Wes Morgan is a better defensive partnership than this because that actually won a league title.
I do rate the partnership. They've impressed me this season.
Best partnerships I've seen in the Prem not win a title.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wes Morgan and who at the back?
Are we saying everyone?
Was it? Wes Morgan and who was the other centre back? Was it Fuchs?
Robert
Fuchs. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I rate Gabriel as a duo is very good. As a duo, I think they're very, very good. But Gabriel and Saliba, I do.
I rate them, but like people forget how great Oliveira and Vertonghen were.
Oh yeah. They was quality too.
No, that right there, that's the best backline. Spurs has had the best backline that's never won anything. Trippier, Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld, and Danny Rose. Yeah, that backline was something that I said I'd spend 100 up to 200 million. I said Man United should have paid and just got all four of those guys. I said that back in 2016, that we need to go and take Spurs' entire backline. This is when they had Kyle Walker.
Is it better partnership than Sylvain Distin and Yobo at Everton?
Wait, what?
Is that Gabriel partnership Saliba? Is it better than Sylvain Distin and Josep
You're asking the real questions here. You're asking the real questions here now. You're asking the real questions here. To be fair, I'm going to give the Everton backline the nudge over them, just because I don't fuck with Arsenal. That's the only reason.
Hey, if we want to go old school, let's go old school then.
Yeah.
And Arsenal fans think like they will inevitably win something.
Merry Arsenal Day, man.
Merry Arsenal Day to you as well, Mons.
Hey, love Mons every single time, man. You know, make sure you go subscribe to Big Six Pack. You already know. Every time, man. Bless up, fam. Catch up with you soon.
Arsenal fans that believe they'll eventually win a major title. I actually believe you guys will eventually win a major title. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I believe they'll win a major title, and I believe that Beyonce is going to answer my DMs. I'm not on Twitter.
Hey, you never know, man.
I'm saying I actually rate their team. Here is the thing that's holding them back, and I've been saying this. Arteta, he's not good enough to take you over that line. But you
no. The thing that's holding Arsenal back is Arsenal. It's not even Arteta. It's Arsenal. Arsenal is the reason why Arsenal won't make it.
Prime,
come on, Prime. You know this.
Prime, you know my opinion on Arteta, and you disagreed with me about it. What do I say all the time about Arteta?
You think he's a better manager, which is not true. He's better than that, but he's not good enough to. I don't think he's good enough in this moment.
Yeah, he's a real Sociedad manager. How dare you?
Yeah.
I don't think he's a Sociedad manager either. But like, he's not good enough.
The highest I'm going to go is Valencia.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
That's about it.
But like, he's not good enough to win a title.
Yes, exactly.
And it's okay. He's a nerdy man. He's a nerdy man, which is fine. He's a nerdy man.
Brandon
Look at this, man. Look at this. After the David William Moyes, I hope you're taking notes tonight. I can't. I'll be saying to group chat. Oh my God.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have TalkSport notifications on, because I'm going to laugh at the Spurs fan that are going to call in and piss off that Arsenal fan that they have on the show, just laughing. I'm going to have that shit on my notice on for that.
Who is the older dude, right?
When's back again?
Yeah.
Probably Friday.
And when is actually more importantly, when is the United Arsenal show?
Thursday. And yes, for those asking, yes, Tony will be there, TJ will be there, and because
I don't see Tony in the chat. I saw TJ, I never saw Tony.
Because we didn't do the United City show today, Veta will also be on the show on Thursday as well.
To be fair to Tony, in Finland right now, I think it's like 4 a.m. So.
No, so he's trying to sleep past the cooking. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. It's on simmer right now. It's on simmer.
One thing about Tony is he shows up. That's one thing.
He didn't show up. He didn't show up when they lost to Bayern. He didn't show up when they lost to Bayern or Aston Villa.
No, but he told me. He told me before they even played Bayern that he couldn't make it. Before the Bayern.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like if he would have dunked, I would have outed him and said, "Oh, he's dunking." But Tony told me before that.
He knew they were going to lose to Bayern. Let's not do this.
Because trust me, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that smoke for Arsenal. If anyone that's going to go in worse than me is going to be Lex. So y'all can prepare for that.
Yardman show people. You already know, man. It's gonna be.
I listen to the Yardman.
I can have.
Yeah. What I love about Kaneki. Put up the banner.
Hey, you man. I'll see you in playback. Yeah.
Hey, Fats.
Yeah, man.
I'm heading over there in a second as well. I can't believe this show. Well, I can't believe this show's almost been 2 hours. Love to everyone who's locked in, man.
It's the Arsenal cooking show. It's gonna always be like this. None of us like these guys.
I expected this to be like, like samples. I thought this was going to be the sample. You know, they just give out some. I didn't expect.
This is the sample. It's gonna get worse. You see, Sam, you need to understand. It's gonna get worse. Hearing Curtis shout at Hyungmin's son that he's match fixing. Trust me, this is going to get worse. I'm here for it.
I always thought this would be a teaser trailer. Nah, bro. We just dropped 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah, just the full.
This is part 1. Part 2 is gonna be. Trust me, man. It's gonna be fantastic.
This is the pre-release.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what? This is LA 616 before Meet the Grahams. Yeah. We're just giving them just a sneak peek of what's gonna happen.
Kaneki, I have a question. Well, and for all you, what's your predictions for tomorrow's games? What we saying?
Yeah, we'll go there. We'll start with you. We'll start Manchester United, Newcastle. That's a great way to end the show. We'll start with you.
What do you want me to predict? Us drawing or us losing because we're not winning?
Steve, Manchester United versus Newcastle United.
1-1.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kaneki.
0-0. We ain't scoring.
All right, cool.
You haven't scored since the Carabao final, yeah?
Prime.
5-0 Newcastle.
Okay. Brighton, Chelsea.
Brighton, Chelsea. 4-2 Chelsea.
4-2. Kaneki. Brighton, Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea.
Steve.
Ooh, because Brighton played good against us, you know, and Chelsea and Newcastle are like kind of the same area.
Yeah, Shames is fit though. So.
Yeah, but Brighton's team they've lost too much players, fam. Let's be real.
Prediction, my friend.
Well, yeah, 2-1 Chelsea probably.
Okay, cool. And for those asking in the chat as well, because people have mentioned it, yes, I will bring troops on the Yardman show at some point soon. I just gotta make sure I've got nothing else to do for the next 4 hours. That's why, because that show's already the longest show anyway. So you adding in troops, who's another person who can chat. Like, yes, you know what I'm saying? That show could go from now to the start of next season, people. Like, that's why.
Hey.
Yes, my guy. It will, yes.
That's
hey, Kaneki, that shows. I don't think there's been a show that's been under 2 hours. Legit.
No, there hasn't.
I don't believe that there's not been a show. We do on average, and there's no other show like that is on average. You know what I'm saying? That does 2. We do 2 like 2 hours is the minimum. Like normally on here, like
minimum.
Hour and 40 is like, but 2. I know, like that's why I moved the United Chelsea Spurs show. I was like, yeah, we can't have a show after this, so we have to just do the Yardman show, and that's that. Like legit, I don't make sure there's no NBA games after. If it is, it's 3-4 hours in the midst of that show, though. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love for you and Lex, man, because that show is mad funny and it's popular. People them really fucks with it because they mention it all the time as well. They always mention it all of the time. But yeah, we are gonna close out. Let me know, is anyone live? But is Hassam the only one live, people? Let me know who else is live in the chat.
Oh, Hassam is live? Shit.
So, yeah, this is football still live. Yeah, and when I checked it was anyway. The chat will let me know. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, we are also available on all audio platforms as well. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts as well. But the content does not stop. Just because the content stopped on the YouTube, Sarcasm City TV, the city that never sleeps. So we're live on the playback right now. The gang are legit over there. Jez is over there. I will be heading over there. Steve will probably be over there as well. May see a few others because they're currently doing the New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers Game 5, but we'll also be doing the Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves Game 5 as well. Oh, Beijing Reds live. Yeah, if Beijing Reds are live, I'm gonna send you lot over to Beijing Reds 100%. If they're live, I will send you lot over to them without doubt. But I hope you lot have enjoyed this Q&A. And hey, Arsenal fans, you know you can blame for this cooking Vader, because this was supposed to be the Manchester United Manchester City slot, but he couldn't make this show. So that's why I turned it into a Q&A. So if you want to blame anyone, blame Vader. Yeah, go on, Kaneki.
I thought what you were going to do is to say, you know who's to blame, and then play the Ryan clip.
nah, I wasn't even going to do that. I wasn't going to do. But actually, that being said, any excuse to actually run that clip, you spot on, man. Hey, like I said earlier, if you're feeling bad, if your team ain't won a Premier League in 20 years, ain't never seen them win a Champions League.
This guy's fault.
At least you didn't say this stupid shit. But
Can I just say, the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Get your 16 out of 10 tees because the shop will be closing tomorrow. So get your 16 out of 10 t-shirts available now. As you can see here, white and black. I am currently, let me do this. I'm currently wearing the blue and white. There is another version as well of it. There's another design, on the channel. So you got blue and white, you have white and black, you have black and white, also black and red. I'm saying small, medium, large, extra large sizes as well, 100% cotton. I'm saying, so make sure people quality tees even got the Sarcasm City TV logo on the sleeve. That's how we doing it, and available for worldwide shipping as well, people. And we will be adding to the shop at a later date with 16 out of 10 hoodies, 16 out of 10 snapbacks, beanies, bucket hats, and also finally some Sarcasm City TV merch as well with the logos. So the new one, which will look like this, and then the original as well, people. So yeah, man, large up everyone that has tapped in. Like I say, Beige and Reds are live, so we will redirect to them. Steve, let them know what you got coming up though, where they can find you, all that good stuff. Add your link in the title now as well.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be doing the Man United Newcastle Electron with you. Thursday I'm doing Las Palmas versus Real Betis, and then immediately after that, Real Sociedad versus Valencia. So, and then I'm going to New York with my homies. So,
love that, man. You know what I'm saying? Love that. So, yeah, make sure you check out what Steve's got going on. Like I said, get over to the playback because we're heading over there right now. If you're an NBA fan or if you just want to come and just chill out, people, head over there. Literally,
and for me,
over to Beige and Reds. Yeah, go on.
And for me right now, rain's falling, which is making my day even better right now. So, going to have that and pull up some AFTV, you know.
Yeah, man.
Have a nice beer, you know, and enjoy my night.
Spot on, man. That's it. That is exactly that. And you lot know how when we redirect and we raid what we do. 16/10 raid in Beige and Reds chat. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe over there because they're my dons over there. So big up to Beige and Reds. And they're Liverpool fans, so they probably cooking Arsenal as well. They probably over there cooking Arsenal. But yeah, 100%. But love to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.